tuning in with you here and excited to be here. Many thanks to all of you who joined me on Facebook Live not too long ago, because last week on Facebook, the last video I did for you guys on feeding your future with positive energy was amazing. I mean, you guys, there's like over 5,000 views, I think, on the last one. So be sure to go back and check that out at Facebook Live, because at Jacqueline Jax TV, if you haven't. I think it's amazing. You guys must have really liked the talk, because when we did the live video, it was like there were a few people in it, but in just a week, it has gone crazy good. And I have so many amazing comments from you guys, which I really appreciate too. That's awesome. So I'm going to talk today about some stuff that I've been talking to you on the internet about. So if you guys are on my Twitter, or you're just meeting me for the first time, I'm Jacqueline Jax, host of AVA Live Radio. I'm also, I do a lot of things actually. I'm a branding specialist for indie artists and entertainment professionals, and I sing. So you will see me sing from time to time, because that is my side passion. It's just something I do for fun, and I love it. You guys see it on the channel because it's here. So you can't really get away with it. Get away with me doing it and sharing it and you not sing something. But 5 things that every successful person does, I thought would be a great topic for this video today. And the reason why is because so many of you ask me questions about myself and how I accomplish so much and how I keep my energy. Like, for instance, tonight on the show, I was talking to Joe James from Acid and Pearls, and he was telling me, you know, I'm amazed that you have so much energy and that you just keep going and going. And I'm like, yeah, I do seem like the energizer buddy every once in a while, that's for sure. But here's the thing is, I have a tremendous amount of positivity that I keep infusing into my life, right? I mean, you guys know, right? You know how I am. It's always about being positive. And I think that kind of ties into this little talk today. One of the big things, and I'm going to start with the best thing on the list to give it to you guys right up front. The biggest thing that you can do to make yourself successful, and that all successful people actually do continually and without a doubt, I mean, they don't miss a trick. They are always, always, always keeping things positive. They wake up every day and they know what it is they have to learn. They know what it is that they have to do. There's no doubt in their mind that, you know, they don't try and do everything. It's always about getting the right people in the right positions and finding the resources that you need to do the job correctly. So whether you have to learn it, which I'm a firm believer of learning it myself, I really think that, one, you can't teach anybody to learn, you can't teach anybody of how to do the task if you don't have a really good understanding of what the task is, right? And it's kind of impossible to know if they're doing it right or wrong unless you have that knowledge. So I think one key thing you'll notice about successful people is that they're always open to that. Their ego is never shutting down anything. They're always looking for answers and respecting imagination and expecting and respecting innovation and that process, so that nothing gets by them. You know, they're never shutting down saying, oh, I know it all already. You know, I just know what's going on. That's never part of their process. And I think that that's really important. You know, that goes with that positive. So it's not just about getting up in the morning and having that positive energy flowing, but it's in addition to that, you have to know that the ego's got to be put aside, and it can't be part of that process if you want to be successful. It's got to be that you're always open to more. You get up every day with that quest and thirst for knowledge. There's never anything that you think you know enough about, you know, that you aren't constantly learning. And I see you guys are crazy with the hearts right now. Yay, because I'm happy that you're here with me and tuning in. Another big thing in being successful is the universe. And I talked about this on the last video. The universe will bring you what you wish for, right? but only if it's successful. If it will only be successful if it's positive. And here's the thing. You know, when you guys watch things like The Secret, you know what I mean? You guys know, right? The Secret, that's been around forever. The secret is that whatever you want to happen, you're supposed to think about that. And anything you don't want to happen, you're not supposed to think about that. Because if you think about it, you'll bring more of the bad stuff to you, right? So the power of positivity, it's very, very similar to exactly what I just said. You have to wake up every morning, put that energy in your head. Don't ever think you can't do anything or you can't learn anything. Because in my experience, the right tools, guys, come close. The right tools make an expert out of an idiot completely. I mean, if you know how to use a cell phone and that cell phone's really powerful, you can do anything. I mean, I'm making a video for YouTube right now. I'm live on YouTube and live on Facebook at the same time. And you know what? It's just cell phones and iPads. It's really that simple. You just learn what you need to do in order to do it, and you can successfully get yourself online. I mean, all these little things add up to it. Now, I think it's important, since many of you guys love to do stuff on social media and you want to make a life for yourself on social media, right? You want to build a brand on social media. It's important for you not to have that mindset, especially for indie artists, which I deal with all the time, of I can't make money. I can't, get my stuff out there. There's too much noise on the internet. There's too much of this. There's too much of that. I mean, how many times have you shut yourself down from any chances of achieving anything just by putting in your mind that you can't, or somebody told you you can't as you came into this game? You can't be like that, all right? No, 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 no. Because if you wake up every day and you say, I can't make money, then you know what? You're not going to ever make money. If you say, I can't build a brand, there's too many people out there like me. There's no one like you. You're unique and you're original. Remember what's so great about you. Successful people get up every day, and you know what? They know what's right about them. They know what they can do. They know what they do right. They acknowledge it and reward themselves for that. And the quest of the future is not a task. It's not a hurdle to get over. It's a journey that they're on every single day, and so excited for it. That's the difference. That's that mindset. That's where you need to be. You can't be, I gotta do this, and okay, I'm gonna go get my list out of my tasks to get social media going, and I hope I can do this, and I'm gonna try my best, and that's all I can do. All that's negative. That is negative Nancy stuff. It's not gonna get you anywhere, and you know it. You know you're putting barriers in front of yourself. You're putting that energy in your head. The one big thing that I always have thought of is whatever I can picture and I can vision in my mind, I can make happen. And I've always been like that. I learned how to build websites in 1994 because you could. And I was like, oh, I want to build a website. My mom had clothing stores, and I was like, oh, people are buying stuff on the internet. I've got to get on the internet and see what this is all about. And so I would develop these web pages with these really they're nothing like they were today, right? And I would add shopping carts, and I would figure it all out, and I'd take classes, and I would learn from people. And I actually got a girlfriend's husband to help me. He was he was a website builder, and he actually taught me how to run one of those programs and do the back end. And it took me so long to learn it because it was new. Even though I had a computer background, I had always taken computers and believed in them. But selling on the internet is an entirely different game. We know that. And especially in the year when it started getting, coming around, because people didn't want to put their credit card on the internet. They didn't feel like it was a trusted source to be able to put your numbers there. And I understood that. So you had to really have a great brand. You had to earn trust. You had to really have it together because otherwise nobody was going to buy from you. Well, that was a good building block for today because I never thought I couldn't do it. I just knew it was a matter of time before I figured it out. So now I can pretty much envision what I want and make it happen. And I know the route and the road to go. And even if I'm going to hire somebody to do it, I know if they're doing a good job. I know what to tell them to do. I know how, because I have that knowledge. See, nobody could take it away from me. Nobody could say, you know what, I can't update your website today because I'm too busy. In fact, I'm not going to get to it until like a month or two down the road, and it's going to cost you all this money. If you have the knowledge and you prepare and you know what it takes, you can get in there and you can make sure that you learn how to update your own website. So you're not waiting for anybody. So these type of things, although you do end up hiring people to do it as you get more and more successful, this is all about positive energy. Don't shut yourself down and make sure you're open to knowledge and learning what it takes to do it. The second thing, and these next three things are simple. That one is the biggest thing that you have to get through your head. That positive feeling of I know what my gifts are and I know I can accomplish this. You know, I know what direction I need to go in. I know what it is going to take to make money and build my brand. And that's what I'm going to do. That is going to be the one piece that really moves you ahead. The second thing is energy. You need a lot of energy because the side hustle happens between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. And for me, sometimes 3 a.m. Sometimes it's 7 to 3 a.m. If I have an extra project, I'm telling you, sometimes you go and you don't sleep. Whether you have children or you don't, or you have dogs, or you have anybody in your life, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, whatever it is, that side hustle has got to be there for you. You've got to dedicate yourself to it. You can't say, oh, it's 9 to 5. I'm not doing anything else past 5 o'clock. I'm going to go turn on the TV and sit there and eat potato chips. That doesn't work. That's not how you get things done. If you listen to any top story by any majorly successful person, they are still working their butts off to keep and sustain success. They know that it's what it takes. You have to. That's why they say the passion has to be there, right? It's got to be there, because if it's not there, you're not going to keep up that level. Now, I'm not saying you don't take vacations. You don't plan for what it is you want to accomplish, right? You say, okay, you know, I'm going to get to a point where in 2 months, I'm going to take a couple weeks off. It's all good. You can prepare for that. You can have people there to cover you. You can make sure that you plan your life that way. But the side hustle has to happen, and it's got to be really consistent, and you have to put in that energy. Now, in order to have the energy, which is my next point, you have to eat right and you have to exercise. So those all work together. If you don't exercise, your energy takes a dive. If you do exercise, your energy keeps pumping, right? And you get stronger. You don't feel weak. And you feel good about yourself. Isn't that true? Yeah, I'm like 5,000 hours. Yeah, I do. I work 5,000 hours. I'll bet I do. You guys are right. You have to have that. And when you work out, even if it's stretching, yoga, meditation, whatever it is that you do, you need to give yourself that time. One, I think so clearly when I work out. Now, the one thing that has happened to me recently that it really frustrated me was the fact that I tore my calf muscle and I couldn't physically walk. So I couldn't do my daily exercises that cleared my head. I had to come up with alternatives. So sometimes it was about yoga, stretching. I got those bands, you know, which I'm going to do for you actually on the channel. So make sure you subscribe because I'll be doing those exercise routines sooner or later. And they really helped me stay in that strong place because I was very, very fatigued when I didn't work out. It really made a huge difference in my life. And it really made a huge difference in what I could accomplish every single day. I mean, you guys didn't really see me even that much because I had been getting over this injury, and it was really taxing me not having that, you know, that ability to stay on schedule. That's another thing, waking up early. Even if you have to stay up till 3 a.m., don't sleep late. You can take a nap. You get more REM sleep in a 15, 20-minute nap. That's why Google and all these great tech companies, they all have these nap areas and these rest areas just to unplug and rest your mind and get away from it all. It's because it's been proven that you will be more productive and have that positive energy if you take naps rather than sleep in the morning. So set your alarm, put the phone across the room so that you can't turn that snooze button on, and you make yourself get up and get out of that bed. It's okay if you take a nap, but you've got to get up early in the morning. The best and most productive energy you have, the best mind cycle you have, and this is going to be tough for my musicians because we work all hours of the night, right? But you can't get off this cycle. Even if you take a nap, like I just said, you have to have those morning hours. If you want to build a brand and you want to be successful and you want to run a business, you've got to be up early in the morning and make it a huge habit, because that is just how the mind works. I don't care who you are, but if you wake up in the morning and you get in that habit, you will be more innovative, you will get more done, you will be more relaxed, which is a big thing. I can honestly tell you this, that when you make getting up early something that is part of your routine, you will be so relaxed and feel like you have so much more time in the day. It is like a miracle. It's like you just gained another day within your day. You know, you really did. You gained another day within your day. And then you have time for naps. And those naps are like a whole night's sleep. They're amazing. So when we're talking about the 5 key things to being successful, you can see where the pattern's going, right? It's all about having your mind sharp, getting your mind sharp, knowing that you are open to knowledge, you are open to mentors, you are open to learning from people. You want to learn from people's successes, but mostly you want to learn from their mistakes so you don't make them. You need to talk to people. You need to get in there with people that are doing it and that are, kind of mentors to you. You need to watch what they do and really study it and see patterns. But all that has to happen with focus. So you can't focus if you don't get up early and you don't have the right food and you're not strong, you don't have energy, right? So these are things that you have to do, and these are things that all people do to have success. Yes, amen to that. It is. I see you. I see you. So just to recap, okay, because we went through them kind of slow in the beginning, but fast at the end. Just to recap, positive attitude, open to education, get that ego out of there. You know you're good. You know that you're talented. You know that you are unique, and you just have to find out how to express that and how to tell a person what it is that's so great about you, that everybody loves about you in 8 seconds or less, because that's all you have in the beginning. The fact that you guys watch my videos on Facebook 5,000 times in a week, I know I'm getting through, and I know that I've got some kind of attention from you. I must be speaking your language. I must be saying good stuff, because you would not hang in with me like that if you didn't know what I was talking about and you weren't smart and wanting to do this and wanting to be successful, So I appreciate you guys so much for that. I really do. The other thing, exercise, eat right. As far as my diet, and wake up early. Wake up early is just a huge thing. That changed my life. I mean, I think that was probably one of the big definers in me accomplishing what I've done in the last 5 years is getting up early. And I torture myself anytime I don't. If I don't get up early, I'm done. I just may as well have thrown the day away, because I'm hustling to catch up all day long, no matter how late I spend the night up, to do it. You're just not as productive. But as far as my eating habits, I drink about 2 or 3 lattes a day, because I just love the taste of them. I'm crazy about them. No sugar, just, sometimes I'll make coconut milk lattes. I know it sounds strange, or soy milk lattes, but I managed to get the milk to froth. So I have one amazing coffee maker. So it's just my thing. I love the lattes. They're so good. But then I switched to tea in the afternoon, drink lots of green teas. I have ginger teas, which are, I love ginger tea. I actually buy the ginger, the fresh ginger and dry ginger from the supermarket. I put it in the tea and let it steep. in one of those big Starbucks containers all day long, and I just keep filling myself up and having it. I drink 1,000,000 gallons of water. There's always a bottle of water by my side, no matter what. So even if I'm doing lattes or I'm doing teas, there's always water everywhere I am. There's water in my car, there's water in my purse, there's water on my desk, there's water everywhere. So that's a really big thing, and that's the glow. That's what keeps you healthy, keeps you looking young, I swear. That's like my big secret. And then as far as eating, I eat lots of vegetables, fruits in the morning. I have steel cut oats instead of rolled oats, because steel cut oats, you'd be surprised, they don't make you tired. Where rolled oats, they go right into your bloodstream and you crash. You get really tired right away and you get really hungry. So for me, I do steel cut oats, and then I put tons of blueberries and some nuts in there. And it's unbelievable. Occasionally, I'll put a little bit of Nutella in there just for a little surprise, like maybe on Sundays or something, you know, just for fun. It goes awesome with the latte, by the way. And then for lunch, it's about half of everything. Little snacks, protein. We'll make chicken thighs and marinate them and keep them there so I can have a little snack of that. I'll make shakes. You guys have been giving me some great recipes for smoothies just recently, which I love. I'm so excited to do those. So I did one of those yesterday. I didn't get to it today, but I'm going to do one tomorrow for sure. So smoothies are a big thing. Green smoothies, fruit smoothies, anything with a lot of protein in it though. And I try and add flaxseed to as many things as possible, because it's so good for you. It's so good for you. It's really, really just a game changer in your diet, and it adds protein to anything. And then 4 ounces of protein are always happening, some kind of protein. Now, it doesn't have to be animal protein, because I know a lot of you guys don't like animal protein, and that's all good. I don't eat a lot of meat, but it has to be protein. So sometimes it's just about adding soybeans to your salad, you know, or some tofu, or, you know, whatever it is that you're allowed to have that you like. That is really important, because without protein, you guys, you don't have that energy sustaining, you know, and there's too many carbs. It's not building. Now, I'm not a nutritionalist. I'm just saying what works for me. There are tons of girls on the internet, on YouTube, that can tell you about nutrition and tell you about what you should be eating, what you shouldn't be eating. I'm just saying that I know down to a science what works for me. And whenever I don't have the peak energies that I need, or if I eat something and I feel really tired and I have to go work out in order to get my strength back so that I don't fall asleep or get exhausted, then I know that I'm eating the wrong thing. And that usually has to do with bread. And I love bread, but can't happen. Okay, so that's it for my chat this week. Please don't forget to share this on your page for me, please. And I will see you guys again very, very soon. Now, I'm headed to Music Marketing Insider right now on Facebook so that I can do your Q&As for branding and music marketing. Hopefully, that will be really, really helpful to you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and it's really good to see you for my Thursday Thought. See you later.